Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I've got my coffee and my Create mug, and I'm ready to get started here on card number 2 using the iconic Celebrations suite. This suite is such an amazing one. You're going to want to grab this. It's an online exclusive that came to the online store on July 3rd. And it's, of course, online exclusives. We don't know how long they're going to be available for. Basically, while supplies last, right? So you don't want to hold off. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning, Krista. You don't want to hold off ordering because we just don't know what the inventory status is on these online exclusives. So best bet is to grab them as soon as you can. And this one's fantastic because you get the entire suite. You get the bundle, you get the paper, the amazing ribbon, and the dots. I played with them yesterday. We're going to play with them again today and share another Christmas card. It's my Christmas in July week here. I'm so excited to get a kickstart on my Christmas cards, and I'm sure you're going to love this one as well. So when you purchase, a minimum of $60 with me used in Canada, you're going to get these card kits from me, and then you're going to be able to make more and more of these cards, because when you purchase the suite, you're going to get that paper, you're going to get the bundle, you're going to get the dies, the stamps, and you're going to have a blast. And it's going to feel so good to get your Christmas cards done before December 1st, right? So that's always a fun thing. All right, how is everyone doing? Thank you all for popping in here. I can see everybody. Hi, Ethel. Hello, Marie. Good morning to you. Hi, Mary. Hello, Pam. Hi, Jeannie. Wow. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Tanya. Hello. Hi, Janet. Hello, Betty. Hello, Shannon. Wow. Thank you all for joining. Hello, Leanne from Red Deer. Good to have you with me. Thank you all for joining and letting me know where you're joining me from. I always like to know who's with me. All right. So let's put the coffee down. And I missed that comment. I started addressing my Christmas cards Thanksgiving weekend. Yes, absolutely. I have lots of customers that their goal is to have their Christmas cards in the mail by December 1st. That is a great goal. I love that one. So you're definitely going to be able to get a jump start on Christmas with the new online exclusives. There's actually 2 suites that they introduced with the online exclusives, and they're both like out of this world. I had to buy both of them right away because I was so excited. All right, let's get started here. We're going to put this coffee over here so don't spill it. And we're going to play with the paper, the dies, and all of it today. All right, here we go. We're going to flip the camera, point you down at my work surface. Thank you for sharing my video, you guys. I appreciate that so much. It just gets stamping in front of more people, and that's really my goal, right, is to share my love of stamping with you and to share my ideas. Hello, everybody. Hi, Connie. Thanks for the love, you guys. I appreciate that so much. So we're going to play with this product suite again today. The item code for the suite is 164206, and you get all of everything you see here on the page. You get the stamps, the dies, the amazing adhesive back dots, which are in pecan pie and clear ribboned is what they're called, and then the white frayed grosgrain ribbon. So amazing. And you can get the entire suite for just $93.75, which qualifies you for my card kits of the week, and it also qualifies you to get a bonus day coupon that you can use in August. So there's so many promotions, right? So it's always fun when you get something else for free. Okay, we're going to play with this paper today. This designer series paper is so fun, and I have actually a little scrap of it right here. We'll use this one. We're going to use the die that comes with the iconic imagery bundle, and we're going to cut out 3 of these trees. And we're also going to cut out from the stylish shapes. We're going to use this rectangle. That's a square, Rose. That's a square. We're going to use the square, and we're going to cut out 3 of those. And let me bring in these dies and show you. Let me show you what they look like. So when you purchase the bundle, the iconic imagery bundle, let's bring it all back in here. You're going to get the stamps, which are photopolymer, and you get the dies, a set of 16 dies. You get all of these, the little dies, the coordinating dies with the stamp set. And look at these 2 little banners down here. I used this one on my card yesterday. We're going to use this one today. I think these three, and even the big one, right? I'm going to use that sometime this week for sure. So these 3 dies you're going to be able to use in all of your other paper crafting, right? So I love it. These little sprigs are gorgeous. We can always use stars. So it's not just the stamp set, it's the dies too, right? You can use them with the stamp set or on their own. Okay, so let's get started with some cutting. I need 3 of these, 3 of my trees, and I'm going to grab my Post-it tape here. And we're going to get this stuck down because you don't want, when you're trying to line up your dies on top of your DSP, you want to make sure it's perfect. And I love the fact that Stampin' Up! Gives us this designer series paper already with the prints on it, right? So fun. Okay, so for my labels, we're going to grab some scrap paper. Now the labels, I can actually do a couple of those, and the square and the rectangle. Well, I keep calling it rectangle. It's a square. It's a square. This one we can cut 2 at a time. So this little label here, I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of white, about the same size. So in your kit, you're going to get these 3 pieces here, like this. So you'll be able to cut these. And remember, when you get your kits from me, they are going to have the corner snipped. If you get a piece of cardstock in your kit that has the corner snipped, that means you need to do something. You need to cut it. So that's just a little heads up. So we're going to do 2 at a time for this one. Might as well. And although we might as well just do 3 singles, because I have to cut out my trees and I have to line that up. So kind of organizing my time here. And sometimes, you know, there is a slight difference. If you cut through 2 layers, there is a slight difference in the dies, in the die cutting. So if you can do 1 at a time, if you have the patience, if you have the time, it is wise to do 1 at a time, because then you're going to get the full effect of the die. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in some more scrap paper for my squares here. All right. And this can fit through the mini boss as well. So if you've got the mini boss, you can go ahead and use that for these dies, because you got lots of room on your platform. So I'm just going to cut my squares here. And so there we go. We got 3 squares and 3 rectangles for my banners. Okay, so let's get this one anchored on. I didn't give myself, I'll give you guys a bit bigger piece than that. I didn't give myself a lot of room on that square, but that's okay. We're going to make sure that it does not move. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. And if you want to make more room on your platform, you can just come in with your snips and make this a little smaller, like that. And I'm going to grab my mini boss, and we're just going to go ahead and whip those through. Okay, let me grab I usually have this on my desk, but I put it over behind me, and I've been using my big guy lately because I've been doing lots of embossing with the bigger folders. So I've been having to use my big boss. All right, so let's go ahead. If you can at all, it is good to put the blade up. My daughter's been helping me do some class prep, and she said, well, Mom, I know why that is, because the blade is going to hit the cardstock first. Like, so smart, right? And I just looked at her and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I never thought of that. So what I mean is, like, you see how this is upside down? I'm going to put it so the blade, she's like, the wheels are up here, right, Mom? And I said, yeah. And she's like, well, it makes sense that if you put the blade up, then the blade is going to cut through the paper first. Instead of putting it this way, the blade is, the wheels are going to hit the flat side. So I never gave it that much thought, but she's so keen. She's such a smarty, that little one. Well, she's not little, she's 18, but you know, it's funny, the different perspective, right? I feel like she doesn't really know what goes on in my world, but maybe she does. Maybe she does. Okay, so let's pop these out. And again, the beauty of that Post-it tape, it doesn't rip your cardstock. So we're going to get these out. We're going to do this again. All right, so let's grab the tree die and that awesome little tree. Now, there are stamps as well, right? So we don't have to do the DSP, but why not? If you've got the DSP, I mean, there's a lot of trees in one sheet of 6x6. Look how many trees there are. Like a lot, right? A lot of trees. All right, so let's get this one anchored down again and make sure it doesn't move because I don't want to have to do it over. And then we'll grab another rectangular shape for my banner, for my, yeah, it's a banner. I guess it's a banner. It's a label, banner, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll grab another square. Here we go. Put this on here. So hold on to your scraps. I know a lot of you commented the other day that you hold on to your scraps. So definitely a good idea to do that. Because use it up, right? You've paid for the whole package. Use it all up, right? Okay, so there's my second run. And there we go. Post-it note tape still intact. Well, there's number 2. See how fast we can do this without ripping the cardstock. All right, so we got our third tree. There we go. And I'm going to use this one, even though it's on the edge. I'm going to see how that goes. We're going to make that one work. All right, one more. One more. My neighbor's dog is barking. I wonder if he can hear me through the window. Maybe he wants to stamp. Oh, the sounds of the morning. Oh, lots of dogs. Okay, they're barking at each other. I don't know if you guys can hear that through the video here, but I apologize. Okay, here we go. Going through it. Round number 3. We need three squares and 3 of those little label dies and 3 trees. It's all about the 3s today. All right, swipe these off here. And I wanted to get this part out of the way before I start. So there's our 3 squares. Got something on that one. A little bit of glue or something. It's okay. We got our 3 labels from the Iconic Imagery dies. Wow, I love this shape. There's a lot of little words that we could use to stamp on there. I'm going to be using this one for my scrapbooking. Oh my gosh, my scrapbook ladies are going to love this. You can add like little, you know, like when you scrapbook, like underneath your pictures, you could put a little tiny label like that. And, oh, that one didn't come out as good. Oh, okay. See, it moved. It jiggled on me. You could put the year or some detail about what's happening in the photos. I really feel strongly about that if you're a scrapbooker. I always tell my scrapbook ladies, like, make sure you journal. Make sure you journal what's going on the pages because it's important, right? Like we think when we have a happy memory that we're like, oh, I'm never going to forget this day. I'll always know when this was or where I was. But you know what? I've learned over the years that I forget. I'm gonna whip through one more tree. I forget what's going on the pages. So these little tiny labels are going to be fantastic for my journaling on my scrapbook pages. Stay tuned. I'll be sharing that with you. Okay, so let's see how that one turned out. Okay, much better. This one, see, I just had a little bit of an extra edge. I'll save it. Maybe I'll trim it, you know. Don't throw it. I'm not going to throw it away, but I just wanted to make sure they all match. So I've got my 3 trees and my 3 squares and my 3 labels. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in my silicone mat. Silicone mat is my friend because it helps me to be able to better see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put these 3 labels on here and we are going to stamp the words from Iconic Imagery. We have peace, joy, love, right? And you could do different words. You could do peace, joy, light if you wanted to. You can mix this up and do it however you want, but I'm going to do peace, joy, love. So let's bring those in and we're going to stamp them. I'm going to use real red because real red goes so nicely. Well, it's a Christmas go-to, right? So let's do peace right here. You can hover over. Now, of course, you could stamp first and then cut. I'm a big fan of die cutting my pieces and then stamping. And you can also, as I mentioned, you could do doubles and then really you'd have a lot. You know, like for class prep, I do double up. I try to double up. Okay, I got ink on the edge of my block here. Whew, I'm going to hold my breath. Okay, let's focus. Try not to rock my stamp, rock my block. Oh, I did it. Phew. Okay, so there's our peace, joy, love for our front of our card. So for our card base for this card, let's just move these things off to the side. So actually, before I do, let's put the trees on here with dimensionals. So the trees are all going to go on here with dimensionals. So let's grab my dimensionals, and I think maybe a big one would work. Let's test that out. If not, I've got little ones nearby. Oh yeah, look at that. One single dimensional behind each tree will work just fine. Okay, and then we're just going to pop these off the backing. And I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to put my greetings on dimensionals. Maybe I should keep it all on level plane. Okay, so we're putting the 3 trees on the rectangles. Oh, I keep calling them rectangles. They're squares. They're squares, Rose. They're squares. Okay, so for these 3, I've decided they got to be popped up too. Now, I'm going to see. I don't think 1 is going to cut it for these. I think I'm going to have to use 2 to make sure it stays popped up nicely. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals because there's nothing any worse than putting all that effort into making a card, and then you run it through the mail, and then when the person gets it, it's saggy, right? If you don't use enough dimensionals, it's going to sag in certain parts, and it's not going to look the same as it did when it left your craft desk, right? So make sure you pop it up good. All right, so I'm peeling off all my backings here and tossing them aside, and now we're going to put this card together. So fun. Okay, we'll put that up here. I have here thick white. I've cut it down at 4 1/4 by 11. I've got it scored in the middle at 5 1/2. So it's going to be a side opening card. I'm just going to grab my bone folder, reinforce that score line. And then what I have is I have a piece of Mossy Meadow that's going to go on here as my front. And then from the Iconic Imagery DSP, I've got this one. Oh, I'm sad to use up my leaves, but it's okay because you get 4 sheets in a package. So you're going to be able to make a Christmas card, 2 Christmas cards, and 2, if you really don't want to use this up for Christmas, you could make 2 Thanksgiving cards as well. So love the paper. It's so stunning. I did a feature yesterday. I showed all of the patterns. So I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together, and then we're going to use, just going into my little container. Okay, don't judge me, but I love twine, baker's twine. Here's my baker's twine container. Baker's twine and linen thread, but I'm reaching in here for my linen thread. So anybody else a collector of ribbons and thread and twine? I can't help it. I just love it all, right? So, and I know I'm going to use it, so there's no harm. If you're going to use it, there's no harm in collecting, right? Right? We're not hoarders if we use our stuff and we send it. Okay, here we go. Let's line this up. You get a little bit of wiggle room with the white, with the Tombow glue, the multi-purpose glue. So let's make sure this is all straight. Okay, linen thread. I'm going to bring in a piece of tear and tape, put that on the back of my card front, and we'll just peel off the backing and expose that glue. And then we're just going to grab, I'm going to see, let's do the length of my glass mat here and see how far that goes. So I'll need to know the measurements so I can send you your linen thread. I'm using the length of the glass mat. All right, let's do a little snippy snip. There we go. So we're going to attach that at the back, stick it down onto your tear and tape, and then we'll do a little wrapping around the center like this. Oh, and that did not go far at all. Okay, well, I've learned. Okay, let's do 2 lengths of my glass mat. Oh, live and learn, Rose, live and learn. Okay, 1, and then let's go back. We'll do 2 lengths of the glass mat for the wrapping part. Okay, this is what you're going to be getting from me. So here we go. Good thing I've got lots of that thread there for you guys. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then we'll come back and then we will press down onto that tear and tape on the back. I've got an extra bit here. We're going to snip that off. No point leaving it on the back. And then I'm going to do what my friend Christine does. We're going to do a little tear and tape sandwich here. So we're going to put another piece over top like that. So it is down. It is secure by tear and tape on the bottom and tear and tape on the top. Okay, This is going to go down on my card front like so. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. I'll go ahead and add, pardon me, excuse me. We're going to put like quite a bit of liquid glue because this is 2 layers of cardstock. So I'm not worried about seeing any rippling through. Plus we've got our twine here that we're holding down. So I'm not worried. I want to use more glue than I need just to make sure that this stays put. So we're putting this onto the front of the card. I love it. And then over here, you can tie a bow if you want to. Let's see, this piece here, and I always tie my bows for my ladies. People who order from me, you know that I love to tie your bows for you, and you guys love to get them tied, so I love to oblige. So I'm going to take my linen thread, I've got a double layer here, and I'm going to make my little bow, 2 little bunny ears, cross them over, and tie them in a knot like that, and then hold on to your pieces, and then I hold on to the knot in the center, and then I pull my ends to make a smaller bow. Make it nice and neat, right? So pull your ends like that and make your bow. Easy peasy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that bow right there. I like doing it this way because then I know my bow is going to be sitting properly. So I'm going to stick that down with glue dots. But what I need now is to put the pieces on here. So we're going to put the 3 trees like that. We're going to position these in the center of the card like that over the twine. And then these Peace, Joy, Love are going to go right underneath. Isn't that fun? So I don't want to put my bow down yet until I get these positioned. So let's see. I wasn't going to put dimensionals on these. Now, and I don't think I am. I'm going to use liquid glue because I don't want my card to be extra thick so that I have to pay extra postage. So we're just going to use our multi-purpose glue, which I know is not going to let me down. You can use the tear and tape for this. You could use Seal Plus. It's totally up to you. But I'm putting enough glue to anchor that down like that. Okay. And then I like to do the ends first and then position the middle guy. So there's this one, and picking up my greetings with my hand. And then we're going to position this one in the middle. And, you know, maybe I used too much baker's twine. I can see that it wants to pop up a little bit. It's okay. I haven't made this card. This is my first time here live with you guys. This is stamping on the fly, I guess you'd call it. Okay, so there we've got our squares. You can maneuver them, make them straight. You got a little bit of wiggle room. That one is not straight enough for my liking. Okay. So there we go. We've got a little bit of glue on there. We're going to just grab my glue eraser and get that off. There we go. Fix her up. Okay. And another piece over here. Okay, here we go. We're going to put these down here. So peace, joy. Oh, I love this. And love. There we go. Peace, joy, love. And then our little bow is going to go right here on the side like that. So I'm going to grab a glue dot. That's not a glue dot. Where's my glue dots? This is my glue dots. Okay, so let's just expose my glue dots here. And let's grab one. And grab a glue dot. I'm actually going to put the glue dot where I want this bow to sit. So I want my bow to sit right there. So I'm putting my glue dot there. And then I'm going to take the knot and press that down into the glue dot. Make sure it's stuck good. And then you can trim your ends. So trim your ends like this. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, so one more thing for this one. Let's bring in our dots. These are the dots that you're going to get. They're pecan pie and clear ribboned adhesive dots. And I don't know if you can see the ribboning through them. You can with the clear one, but the pecan also has it. So we're going to use 3 of the pecan ones, the smaller ones, and you're going to get these in your kit too. But I know when you place your order, you're probably going to order the entire suite because you're going to want these dots. You're going to want lots and lots of these dots. These are awesome. So 1, 2, and number 3. Come on, number 3. Let's go. He's like, no, I'm staying with my friends. All right, so there we have the 3 trees on the front. I love the white. I love how the sparkle from the bling on the top of the trees. Now for the inside, let's see. So peace, joy, love. I'm going to grab an inside piece. And you're probably thinking, well, why would you grab another white piece when you already have a white card base? Well, my friends, you know what can happen, right? If I stamp on here crooked, there's nothing I can do. I can't flip it over. But if I stamp on a piece like this, then I do have a chance, right? So let's bring in that big Celebrate, and we'll stamp that with real red. If you want to do this, right? It's up to you. You don't have to. If you want to write a big greeting, you'll need a little bit more room. I'm going to put mine close to the top. So there we go. Celebrate. And then we can grab from the stamp set, the season, and we can stamp that off to the side like that. So let's grab an ink pad for that. I'm going to grab my Massimero, and we're going to stamp Celebrate the Season. Peace, joy, love, celebrate the season on the inside. Now, I was inspired by my mentor, Rhonda Wade, for this card. Rhonda shared this one with us in her part of her VIP group. And I love it so much that I thought I would share this one with you, but I need to give kudos credit to her. She's amazing and so creative. So I hope you love this card, and I hope you will definitely grab this suite. It is so amazing. I'm loving having these Christmas cards done this week on all these videos I'm doing. So there we have it. Celebrate the season. Peace, joy, love. I hope you like this one. Oh, I see the love. Thank you, guys. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for all your comments. If I missed your comments, I will come back and read them and comment. I appreciate you all so much for taking the time to come and watch me live or on the replay. Let me flip you around here. And I wish you a great rest of your Tuesday. Stay cool. I know here in North America, I think pretty much everywhere it's hot right now. So, well, here in Canada, it's hot anyway. In Alberta, we have a major heat wave going through again this week. I think we're going to be up to 30 degrees again by Friday, Saturday. I love the heat. I can take it. I can take it in small doses, but you know, I don't want to be out in it all day long, but I love to go out and warm up. In my basement, it's like an ice box down here with the air conditioning on. So sometimes I'm down here with a blanket over my legs. It's crazy. So I like to be able to go out in the yard and just warm up. And but I do like to get my walk in early in the morning so it's not too hot. Anyway, enough about me. I just wanted to share this amazing Christmas card. It's Christmas in July, and there we have it. There's a squirrel going across my fence. Squirrel. Okay, take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning for my Wednesday card using the iconic imagery bundle. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.